And finally, polygamy in the American state of Utah has provided much material for Hollywood scriptwriters and directors of reality television. But now a federal court ruling has overturned the state's ban on the practice. The decision has been warmly welcomed by polygamists, but those against say plural marriages are inherently unequal, more likely to lead to poverty and abuse. William Edwards from Agence France-Presse has more.
Sometimes it's good to have a big family, especially when your car needs a push getting out of the snow. In all, there are 25 children in the Darger family. They're looked after by one father who lives with their 3 mothers. Cousins ALINA and Vicky were the first to marry their husband Joe back in 1990. A few years later, Vicky's twin sister Valerie joined them.
It's like I'm falling in love with this man and, having this newfound love, but also having a little bit of envy over their history and the depth of their relationship that I just couldn't have right then, On the other hand, it was just a large and loving family welcoming me in.
While they've been public about their lifestyle for some time, they've always worried that Joe could face arrest under the state's anti-polygamy laws. But in December, that became less likely. A federal judge ruled that a law banning unlawful cohabitation goes against the right to freedom of religion. While the main branch of the Mormon faith banned polygamy in the 1890s, the Dargers are members of one of the offshoots that continue the practice.
As long as it's adults freely choosing what they want, then I don't feel like it would be my place to tell somebody else you can't choose to love who you love.
I think you're going to start seeing more people like us become more public. I've had many of our friends and relatives that have said, I could just tell people at work who I am now.
What the Dargers see as unwarranted government intrusion, others see as essential for the protection of women and children. MARION MUNN moved to Utah from her native Britain and was part of a polygamous relationship for 18 years. She now argues that such marriages are inherently unequal and often aren't entered into freely.
Certainly within Mormon-based polygamy, it's not really much of a choice because Mormon scriptures teach a woman that if she doesn't consent to living polygamy, God's going to destroy her. So for me going into it, I didn't personally want to live it, but I felt compelled to, as a matter of faith.
Supporters of polygamy have tried to link their cause to that of gay marriage, which has seen growing support in the US. However, while it appears to work for the Dargers, studies have found that polygamy tends to be linked to higher levels of crime, poverty and gender inequality. Utah's Attorney General has yet to say whether he'll challenge the recent ruling, a decision that will affect whether the next generation will be able to carry on their family's tradition.